Hello there everyone, and welcome back for my top 5 maps for Farming Simulator 17. This was a pretty hard video to put together as there were so many awesome maps that came out this year. Even the 5 that I did pick have their own merits, their own ups and downs. It totally depends on what kind of gameplay you wanted at the time. But I did manage to put them in an order that I was pretty happy with, and I think that you guys may like it too. So hopefully you can stick around to the end. And I'm going to be including the links for all my map reviews for these maps down below in the description. If you want to download them, just look in the description of each video and the links for the maps will be there. But if you want full details on each map, I advise you to probably watch the review as it'll fill you in pretty good. So let's get started with the top 5 maps for Farming Simulator 17 in 2017. Number 5. Sherwood Park Farm by Stevie. This is a beautifully laid out map that includes 28 large fields with 2 extra fruit types including oats and rye. We actually did a let's play on this map and we had hours and hours of fun on it too. You get a very large starting fleet to start off with. There are also factories on this map that all auto sell their finished products. All you'll have to do is put in the proper resources to get them up and running. You'll also need Farmer Andy's Universal Cote Tanker Pack to deal with all the liquids on this map. Now the link for that will be in the review down the bottom in the description, so keep your eye open for that because you will need it. You also get an energy wind turbine that produces an hourly income to help pay for the daily maintenance fee of all your equipment. There are also seed masters, auto selling greenhouses, compost masters also included, auto selling wool and milk, power food mixers for all your animals, a silage fermenter silo, a built-in wood chipping machine, large empty paved lots for all your placeables. Now Stevie always puts these beautifully paved, you'll see one coming up here in a second. They're all nice and flat, lots of room there to put your placeables, to lay them all out, put whatever you want there. This is a really nice laid out map. I do remember playing this and yeah, we did have fun on it. There's also fuel sales. The 100 Gold Nugget Challenge is also included in this map. It is a great multiplayer map for sure. Auto selling greenhouses. Like I said, all you have to do is put in the proper resources and it'll all auto sell for you. You don't have to babysit it or anything, so that is always a bonus. Lots and lots of vehicle parking all over this map. And a large forest area for all your forestry needs. There's also a dairy down there that you can sell your milk at. Now your milk will sell automatically, but if you put down the stop milk trigger, you can bring it there and sell it yourself. There's also a heating plant down below. Look at all them huge fields. He also leaves lots of room at the end of your fields for when you hire workers. There's another paved lot there. Put your placeables down. Yeah, he leaves lots of room at the end of the fields so the workers don't have any problems turning around and getting another nice run at it. Forestry scattered all throughout. Really nice BGA system too. There is your auto selling greenhouses. All you have to do is put the proper resources inside and then we're back to the farm. There's another paved area down below for your placeables. There's your wind turbine there. There's actually a couple of them on the map. I'm not sure which one is yours, but that really helps paying for that hourly maintenance cost, or your daily maintenance fee, I should say. Another paved lot there. This was a funky shaped field. I remember playing multiplayer on that and it took us days to get that done. We were farming chaff. Number 4. Serenity Valley 2, The Rise of Industry. A really beautifully textured map, very pleasing to the eye. 5 additional fruit types including oats, rye, triticale, and spelt, and milo. Lots of added products. There's 36 fields on this map, a forestry section, lots of built-in placeables, a huge starting fleet to get you started. You also start off owning quite a few fields at first. The Castor Food mod pack is needed to deal with the meats offered to you on this map. Fields and factories are beautifully laid out right across the whole map. Wash bays to clean your equipment, power food mixers for your animals, a header racking system that's motorized for storing them when not in use. There's lots of Sfatba Agro placeables built into this map as well as storage facilities for all of your Sfatba Agro products. There's also silage fermenting silos. Lots of factories on this map. Only downside was the dead zones on some of the fields. The hired workers would just stop working on some of the fields at the time, but may have been fixed since then. Yeah, when we were playing this in multiplayer, the odd time the hired workers would get caught on the corners of the fields. Now, he might have straightened that out. I'm not too sure. There is the auto load racks down below there. And there's the 2 forage mixing machines for your pigs and your cows. Power food mixers. So yeah, there was a couple of little dead zones there. I haven't tried this map in quite a while. I noticed he hasn't put out any real updates lately. But what a really nice map. Seriously, like, this is definitely worth taking a look at. I was very impressed with this map. And towards the end, we were having a little bit of problems with it crashing. Now, there was a few updates during that time. And the fact that we were playing it in multiplayer too might have had something to do with it. But when I did try it in single player, it seemed to work out just fine. So yeah, the hire workers would stop working from time to time, but especially if you're going to do it yourself, you wouldn't have any problems. Look at that forestry section. It's just beautiful. I like how randomly the trees are placed. But this map is seriously only an update or two away from being like a perfect map. That being said, I would still highly recommend giving this map a try. It is really nice. You will need a half-decent system to be able to run this cleanly. There's the butcher shop that's built right into the map. Lots of hedges and stuff around. There's the animals down below. Yeah, I really did enjoy this map. And there's quite a bit of extra products as well. Huge fields, huge fields. Lots of airplanes flying back and forth too. Not overly, not an annoying amount, but there is a few. Fields are fairly square, or rectangular shaped. There's the dairy down below. Yeah, if you give this map a try, you will notice like how nice the textures are. I was really blown away with how lush everything looks on this map. And it's very well laid out. There's the sugar factory down below. Now, I did mention in the review that they were auto sell. I don't think they auto sell, but they will make about, I'm not too sure, at least 5 pallets before you have to go empty them. This map would have easily made 3rd place if it wasn't for that one downfall of the hired workers not working. Now, he may have fixed that, like I said. There's your starting fleet there. You do get a pretty decent starting fleet for sure. Some of the vehicles repeat, but you could always go through that and adjust it as needed. But I really do advise giving this map a go if you're looking for something different especially. Number 3. Pinecone Farm Map by Stevie. A beautiful map that has quite a bit to offer, including 17 large fields, 2 extra fruit types like oats and rye, a very nice starting fleet to start off with, including the 100 Gold Nugget Challenge. You'll also need Farmer Andy's Universal Cote Tanker Pack to deal with the liquids on this map. The link will be in the description of the review. There's also auto-selling greenhouses, power food mixers for your pigs and cows, auto-selling wool and milk. Now if you put down the stop milk trigger, you can sell the milk yourself at the dairy. Now this being a Stevie map, he also includes lots of paved empty lots that you can put your placeables down, which are a joy to work with because they're all very level and you won't have offsets. It sits on it perfectly, and I love that he includes them because it just makes it so much easier to lay out your placeables, especially large ones. There's also an energy turbine included to help pay your daily maintenance fee for all your equipment, which really helps out. Lots of vehicle storage all around the map. Animals located right there on the farm. There's also a silage fermenting silo. Lots of factories that auto-sell their products once produced, and the proper resources are added to them. Huge storage silos built and a built-in wood chipper. A large forestry section as well, and a really great BGA system. There's much more on this map too, like the seed masters, the compost masters. Now you will notice that this is basically a revamp of the Goldcrest map, but he really laid it out in a good way. I just really love the flow of this map. There's one of your lots down below. Put your placeables. This whole section coming up here, there's like 3 really nice areas to put placeables down. This is basically my industrial park when I was doing this map. Yeah, I actually did a let's play on this map, and yeah, I got quite a few episodes in. Here's the forestry section here with nice windy roads, nice bridge going across the falls there. All kinds of trees to cut, guys. Tons and tons of trees to cut. I just love the flow of this map. It just has a really nice feel to it. That's what really made me stick around for so long. It's easy to find your way around, and you gotta love those big rectangular fields. It makes it so much easier to work with, especially when you hire workers. There is your energy wind turbine that's going to really help with your daily maintenance fee of all your vehicles. And these fields are pretty big indeed. Place to sell some grain and store your vehicles. I really highly recommend this map if you haven't tried it before. Has quite a bit to offer, and yeah, I just love the feel of this map. It's a large grass area down there. There's where your animals are. And then you're back to the farm here. There's a lot located right there on the farm. Now up this dirt road, your animal, where you buy your animals, is located right there. That was your greenhouses over there. I kind of jumped over that, but they're all auto sell as well. All you have to do is put in the proper products and it'll take care of itself. The downtown core that will look really familiar. It's just the Goldcrest map basically. There's also a tree nursery right over there. And we're back to the industrial park, I like to call it. But yeah, like I said, this map has a really nice flow to it. You will need Farmer Andy's Universal Cote Pack to deal with all the liquids, but once you have it, you'll be able to work with anything liquid in this game. Very nice map, and I do highly recommend this one. Number 2. Gifts of the Colossus. This is a really nice 21 field map with lots to offer. 2 added fruit types and a bunch of extra products. And when I say a lot, there is quite a bit. This map will keep you busy for sure. Make a really good multiplayer map. Actually, we're thinking of doing a let's play on this after we're finished the map we're on right now. And yeah, like I said, there's lots of products to make and sell on this map. Now, buying fields through the realtor located downtown with a bargaining system. Now, basically what that means is when you go to buy a field or a factory, you will have to go down to the realtor located downtown and offer him the given price that is wanted for that factory or field. And you won't be able to buy it right away. What he does is, it's like he goes back to the farmer and they kind of discuss it, and they'll get back to you, and you'll see a message come up on the screen whether they want to sell it to you or not. So he might be holding out for a higher price. I'm not too sure, but I thought that was a really cool thing that they added to the game, because it just, you know, it makes it a little bit more interesting. There's your 2 added fruit types on the screen there. See, not all your selling points are there just yet. There will be more as that opens up and more factories are available. Look at all them added products too. Just a slew of added products. And this is a really cool map for, you know, if you want something off the beaten path that's totally different from the other maps that you're used to. I was really impressed with this map. That's why it falls into my number 2 spot. So yeah, buying fields and companies through the realtor downtown. There's an added mod pack to this to function with all the additional products on this map. Now, I do believe, if I remember correctly, when you buy seed on this map, when you pick the seed type and start planting with that, you're stuck with that seed. Like if you planted wheat with that seed type, that's all you can plant with that seed type until you are able to fill up your seeder again. So it makes it realistic in that way too. I do believe that's the way it functions. I haven't looked at this map in quite a while, but I do believe that was the way it did function. Look at the nuclear power plant. That's so cool. So there's a factory logistics menu showing showing amounts and needed resources to get them functioning. So what that means is basically it works the same as the tablet, if you're familiar with that. You can reference it. It'll tell you what companies need what products to get them up and running, and it'll show you the amounts and stuff. There's also like a screen for your animals to show where they are, how they stand, what they need, and different companies around the map that you own. There's hops down below. There's where you're going to buy your animals. Really, really cool map. I think you'll be impressed with this like I was. Like I said, that includes shops and animals. There's also a hiring system to fertilize your fields via plane. For a small price at the airport, you can, check this out. You can basically go there. There's a little trigger there that you hit. It'll show all your fields. You offer a certain price, or basically they want a certain price. You pay them and you can go along for the trip. And this guy will go over and fertilize your fields from the air. Really, really cool. You don't have to go with them if you want. If you don't want, you can basically just go about your business and he'll go and do it for you. But I thought that was really cool. What a different setup. He takes a really cool flight path here too. He goes right through the little ravine in the mountains. You'll see him spraying the fields here in a second. But yeah, you're basically in the plane with him. Check out the dam. Very cool. He's coming up on the field here very shortly. Depends what field he's going to be doing, but you'll see him start spraying here in a second. Look at that. 2 passes, he'll have that field done. There's also hidden equipment on this map. Kind of adds like a scavenger hunt to it. You got to find that equipment to be able to use it. Now, if you're flying around the map, you'll probably see it pretty easily, but yeah, it just adds a little challenge to it. I like how it's just a little bit different from what you're used to. There's lots of detail in this map too, like animated horses and pigs and cows. You'll see some homesteads in the residential area where you'll see like horses and stuff running around in the backyard. So yeah, there's definitely added a lot of detail to this. Yeah, animated horses, and there's also mud on this map. There's also pubs that are downtown that play music. Look at that. Look at the detail. There's a little ravine that cuts in through the countryside there that leads to a quarry. There's a quarry up here with a huge machine down below that digs up gravel. I forget the different types of material that produces, but that's where you go pick it up. You can see a little drop off there at the end, a little trigger. Very, very cool. There's also a 100 coin challenge on this map. Now, it's funny because most of the maps that have the challenge, it's gold nuggets and not gold coins. And the factories must be purchased through the realtor downtown also. Really cool map, guys. I highly recommend this one. Number 1. Mavericks multi-fruit map. Guys, where do I even begin with this map? This is definitely my number 1 map. There's no doubt about that. This is a massive 4X map. This map has so much to offer and will keep you and your friends busy all the time. There's always something to do. Once you get your seeding done or your harvesting done, there is tons of shops to fill up, tons of stuff to do with your products, tons of factories to work on. Look at all those beautifully square and rectangular fields. Like I said, it's a 4X map and it's pretty hard to take this map on by yourself. Look at all those other fruit types too. All kinds. The map comes with an additional mod pack needed for the multi-fruit types included. Now it is a massive pack, but it's all in its own little category over in the shop. Factories also work on a leader system, so moving pallets off the loading areas to continue production is not necessary. I love this idea. Now, what that means is, basically if you're familiar with placeables, you know, usually if a pallet is made, the factory's going to shut down until you move that pallet. Well, these factories don't work like that. What basically happens is, it works on a leader system. It's going to keep stockpiling it by the leader. And there's special pallet trailers that you have to use with this map, and once you go fill them up, it's going to fill them up like a seeder or a fertilizer sprayer. Basically the same thing, and as the liters go in, so many liters is going to equal a pallet, and a pallet will appear on the back of your truck, and it works just like that. It's really, really cool setup. Huge equipment is definitely recommended for this map. If you have the Big Bud DLC, this is like ideal for that. Look, that was a coffee making factory down there. You can make roasted coffee. You can see hot air balloons floating around. Look at that, Ben & Jerry's ice cream. There is one of 3 or 4 different grocery stores you can sell your items at. There's a winery down below. There is beer and bread shops that you can fill up. That's the fishery there, but I kind of passed that by. Yeah, that's the fishery down below. It's basically a fish farm. You can take it next door. They'll package your fish up into box female fish, fish meal, and what was it? Fish meal and caviar. And what you can do is bring the fish next door, and they'll smoke them for you. There's like a smokery over there. Look at, there's one massive greenhouse that has all kinds of stuff in it. That's the winery where you sell your finished product of wine once it's made. 22 huge fields on this map, guys. Like, once again, it is a 4X map. So taking this on by yourself, it's going to be a real challenge. But we're playing this in multiplayer at the moment, and it's definitely keeping 5 of us very, very busy. There's always something to do. You got these little Kwanzaa huts here. They're kind of like half silos where you can store all your fruits and vegetables. All kinds of vehicle storage as well, scattered throughout the map. That is the logistics center. You can palletize all your products and store them right there. If you want to save them for later, wait for a demand or whatever, there's your BGA. Lots to do there. You got silage bunkers over there that are covered. You can store diesel over here. All kinds of stuff. Here's 2 more factories coming up. Mix flour and sugar. There's also animated horses on this map. Very impressed with this map. This is supposedly this guy's first map, and I am very impressed. And he's open to suggestions too. We keep we kind of talk to him back and forth through my YouTube channel, and he watches our Let's Plays, and you know, we tell him about little things that were wrong here and there, and he goes right ahead and fixes it. That's a fabric factory down below. Coming up on the animals here. There's 3 different silos that you can store your grains at and stuff. And then you got these fermenting silos down below. There's 3 huge monitors at the main farm that'll tell you what's in each of them. There's the cows. Huge animal section. 15 added fruit types, guys, on this map. And tons of factories that produce over 50 added products. 50! A very impressive starting fleet you start with. There's also power food mixers for your animals. There's all the orchards down below. All the factories are beautifully laid out across the map. And there's pictures of the products on the outside to show you where you put them. Alright, so there you have it. That was my favorite maps this year. I really recommend, if you're unfamiliar with these maps, to watch my reviews of them first. All links will be included below in the description for each review. In today's video, I've only just scratched the surface of how awesome these maps are and what they have to offer, not including the runner-ups, as there are plenty of them as well. Such as 2 maps, for some reason they're unavailable now, like the Hobbs Farm map and Big Tony's map. I don't know why they've taken them down. I don't know if they're having a problem with people taking their stuff or whatever, but it's really disappointing because they were nice maps and they're unavailable now. And obviously maps that I haven't played, they're not going to make this list because I haven't reviewed them, I haven't seen them. Now, one that was recommended to me was Pleasant Valley, and I always had problems. I tried a few times trying to download that, but I couldn't download it for some reason. But hopefully in the new year I'll get a chance to try that one out. It was also pretty hard putting these in order, as they're all great maps and fantastic in all their own ways. But I really do hope you enjoyed today's top 5 maps for Farming Simulator 17 in 2017, and looking forward to making some of these in the future. I would love to hear what you think, and please, if you could, let me know if you agree with my list, and feel free to leave your own top 5 maps list of 2017 down below. I'd be kind of curious to read them. And yeah, I would love to check them out. Additional information and review links are below in the description, and links for maps are in the description of each review. Please leave a like if you liked the video, and if you're new to the channel, guys, why don't you go ahead and click on Nick right there in the middle of your screen, and I'll bring you new mod reviews every second day and Let's Plays every other day. Plus, my Patreon link is just below that. If you'd like to help and contribute to a smaller channel, it would really help out. So guys, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you all in the next one.